This is the Silvercrest Models 5-inch gauge Black 5. I'll start by taking you around the engine, showing you all the features. The tender, water filler, hand pump inside with a removable handle. It's a double acting hand pump, so it will feel different to a normal one in that there'll be a drag in both directions. Moving forward, to remove the tender front plate, tip it backwards and then slide it out. And supplied in your pack of pieces will be a filler plate to stop the coal falling out onto the footplate. The locomotive cab access panel just pulls out. If we go into the cab now, screw reverser, clockwise for forward gear, anti-clockwise for reverse gear. In the middle is mid gear when it won't run. Starting left to right, 2-port valve for the brake control, isolating valve for the brake control, which you will turn off for boiler test, whistle valve, injector steam valve, blower valve, injector steam valve, isolating valve for the cylinder drain cocks, which are steam operated, bypass valve for the axle driven pump, fire doors. The fire grate is in 3 sections and it just lays on crossbars inside the firebox. We've already fitted it. There's a short horizontal part and a long tapered part, and the short horizontal part goes to the back of the firebox. It'll only go one way. Moving forward, 2 safety valves, mechanical lubricator. Mechanical lubricator's there. On production engines it will have a lid. Fill it with heavy grade steam oil, 680 grade steam oil. Oil the rest of the engine, well, again with steam oil, just so it stays in the bearings. Lubrication points on this engine. A little bit down behind each wheel. They're roller bearings, but it will run into the roller bearings. They're sealed on the inside. A bit of oil in each oil box on every moving part. Same goes for the tender. And the cylinder drain cocks, they're taper cock mechanical valves, but they're operated by 2 steam cylinders between the frames. So they're operated from the cab without rods and levers, but they work in a mechanical sense. Okay, before you light the fire, you need to fill the boiler to half a glass of water. Now you can either use the hand pump, which will take a long time, or you can squirt it with a hose up the blowdown valve of the boiler, or you can take a safety valve out and fill it with a watering can. Either way, half a glass of water. The firebox is filled up with lump wood charcoal soaked in paraffin, and we've got an electric steam raising fan on the chimney. And the match has gone out. Right, once the fires are light with the blower, shut the doors, leave it for a few minutes before we put any coal on. Charcoal fire's been burning a minute or so. Just going to put on a few shovelfuls of coal. We buy our coal from Signal Fuels. It's Welsh steam coal in bean size. I'll just put a few shovelfuls on and leave it. The fire's been alight for about 10 minutes now. There's £30 on the clock, so we can put the engine's own blower on. Just about half a turn, take the electric blower off. Nice. Build the fire up. Keep an eye on the pressure gauge now, because the pressure will rise quite quickly, because the engine's blower is much more efficient than the electric blower. You notice the level in the water gauge has now gone up because the water's expanded, because it's a lot hotter. Should blow it down, check it returns quickly. That shows all the airways and waterways are clear in the water gauge. Before you take to the track, check the injector, turn the water on a couple of turns till you get a flow of water out. Then turn the steam valve on slowly. You might have to try it a couple of times. And it should be reasonably dry. So as long as that's working, all is good. Okay.